top of you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. 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 It's all right, man.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard after the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Play action. Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3-and-out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. On the return is Olszewski. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Harris running straight ahead. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Pickett sets up play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Ryan. Complete to Taylor on the slant. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now it's Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Here's Ryan. On the move to his left. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell from 13 yards out. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Here's Steven Sims on a return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Pickett to throw on first down. Setting up the screen, Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Ryan back into his end zone. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Throwing now. Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Dances by him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Now Ryan. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Steps away to his left. But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Sims now from his end zone.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He's got room past the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Olszewski now to return.
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Zaire Franklin.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They go play action with Ryan. He'll find his man. That's Tanner again.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here comes the end around as Ryan will just leave this for his wideout.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play action now. Ryan hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the ball.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track hall with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I be stolen. My heart cold bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game.
Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10, Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the give to Sanders. Now Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Hassan Ridgeway able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. Why you dare look in the best? Feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your dress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, but you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting I'm gonzo. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Throwing is Hurts. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Hurry up! Hurry, hurry!
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And a nice spin into some open field. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Houston. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
If he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better, which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to get this down about the 37.
I believe that game on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this will be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Second and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his good catch.
Targeting the tight end. Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Houston. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the 1st half.
And partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Philly. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. That's caught. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Mills on first down. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. That's some space here. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Moore, 45 yards. And the Texans strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's enough discipline there, but sometimes when you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Aaron sit by the side now to punt on 4th down. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On 1st and 10, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Reed Blankenship.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
It's complete to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. 161 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Mills. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start this out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is. And
Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion in a very short game.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll turn them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Mills again. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Rex Burkhead, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? There's so many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, that would go right up incomplete. Nearly an interception of the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
There is something to a game plan of trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they try to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Play action now. Mills targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll get it inside the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. Then I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action with Hurts. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 43. All likelihood this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try to get several plays in quick succession if they can.
Mills back to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Rolling to his left. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.